Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum continues to be in this descending wedge. It has respected that descending trend line, the upper boundary line of the descending wedge. Yeah, again, the scenario is still valid that we discussed on the two scenarios really. We either have off the 10th of March low a 1-2-1-2 setup and could rally from here. In that case, the white subwave count is relevant and one more low might do the trick and it completes the correction and we could rally. Or we have a larger wave one and we do something like an A wave, a B wave and a C wave in the blue count and we'll head into the deeper support area all the way down to 1472. So in that sense, not really any change from the previous update, really just a quick reminder of the relevant levels and the latest developments here. Be aware that we are currently heading down in this descending wedge. So the thing is, first of all, we need to think about it like this. First of all, we have this C wave that needs to complete here, this C wave, yeah, and disregard the white wave count for now. We've got the C wave that needs to complete. One more low might complete that. Right, so if we get that additional low here, we have 5 waves down in wave C of 2 and could rally. Doesn't mean we have to rally, it just means that we have done enough on the downside that it could finish off the correction. And if we see then a breakout above the wedge plus a break above the previous wave 4 low, that will be really good evidence that we are moving around, yeah, turning around. Depends a little bit on, you know, how low have we come, and then we can measure the point that if we cross that certain price point, that we can say a low is probably in, right? At the moment, I would say if we break above the 78.6 retrace of that third wave, then we can say we have a good likelihood that a low is in. We talk here about 1775. Even better would be a break above 1800. But for now, there is no indication low is in. All we're doing here is a corrective move to the upside. So yeah, one more low again could complete that C wave. Or bear in mind, if this is a diagonal pattern, we might be doing something like an ABC. And also here in the wave 3, A wave down, B wave up, C wave down. So it could also be like this, right? That's what we don't know. We are in a diagonal pattern. So opinions in a diagonal pattern can change very often because you deal with unreliable corrective structures. So in a diagonal pattern, we have subwave structures as ABCs. So I could make it very simple. ABC in 1, ABC in 2, A, B, C in 3. So we could just be topping in the B wave. And then this would lead to a wave 3 low, then a 4, and then a 5. Unfortunately, both are possible. So don't, you know, if you trade, I mean, personally, you know, if I was trading this, and I'm not yet, I will scale in if we go a bit lower. But, you know, I wouldn't try to trade every single wave. It just doesn't work. You would just get, you know, you will face so many headwinds. And if it's all about, you know, there might be one more low, then, you know, if the objective is to go long, and if that's your trading plan, personally, I wouldn't wait for that additional low. But then again, that's entirely up to you, right? So everybody needs to make those decisions for themselves. But the point is here that I try to make, you can always, you know, as we are now in the support area, we have to be ready for possible turnarounds at any time. But for now, what I tell you here is I do not see it, and I'm primarily expecting at least one more low in wave 3. So again, could be that C wave to the downside will complete the third wave, or that we are already doing something like this, where we've done the third already. This is now the fourth, and with a 5 down. So this is sort of really on this lower time frame, the situation we deal with. And then we have to think about, all right, let's say we get that additional low, and let's say this ABC structure is done. Is this the ABC structure which will complete the wave 2? And are we then heading down up in a third wave? Or is this ABC structure only completing, so here, A wave, B wave, C wave, is this only completing a larger A wave? And we then move up in B and then come down in C. So again, I just show you here, because not too much is happening on the larger time frame, some ideas how this can unfold on the lower time frames. I can understand this can be confusing, but that's what the market is if you look at it on a lower time frame. I will probably take the blue count off the chart, find that now very unreliable. This count would suggest that we headed down here in, let me think, what was it? Yeah, that we headed down in a wave 1. Okay, that's still possible though. No, maybe I'll leave it on the chart. It's about the idea, similar to what I just told you basically, anyway, that this is actually not an ending diagonal in C, but a leading diagonal in 1. So we could just get that larger C wave to the downside. So it's just to give you some orientation on the lower time frames. As I said, opinions can change very quickly in diagonal patterns. So Elliott Wave allows us to understand that we are most likely in a diagonal. So knowing that gives us, that's gold really, because it tells us, right, so best to keep position sizes small, expecting headwinds, risk management very important, things like that are important in a diagonal, and knowing that opinions can change very quickly because we have to do with these corrective structures. And also what Elliott Wave tells us is that we haven't seen any confirmation that a low is in, so we have to give preference to the trend, which on the lower time frame is down. So at the moment we're waiting here for lower lows and a clear signal that it has bottomed. Be aware that at any point in these support areas it can bottom. So strategically I would see the entire range here as one large support area, and I intend to start scaling in a little lower. Yeah, that's my personal strategy, and or at least getting a clear bottoming signal. For now we don't have that. Right, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you will like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.